All right. Here he is, knocked down from Code S, the coach for FOU. He's a Protoss player named choyafOu. You know, I was talking to him back at the Code A qualifiers, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm casting Code A, and he said, well, you better cast it well, because I'm in Code A now. I'm like, I'll do my best for you, Choya, don't worry. There he is. Known for talking to himself while he plays to kind of keep composed and keep focused.
You know, I talk to myself while he plays, too.
Yeah, we're talking to ourselves right now.
I guess we're not talking to ourselves.
I always talk to myself. I talk to Moltrap while Choya plays.
Yep.
And
isn't that awesome?
And they shall know no fear.
And they shall know no fear.
All right. Well,
I'm presuming those are the Marines of MVP
so.
Keen, maybe.
There he is, our Blue Terran player, brand new to GSL. He is
MVP Keen.
MVP Keen, yet another MVP player.
Yeah, he had a couple wins. More losses though in like the Zotac team invite, but hasn't been in any GSL events yet.
Now that's Bieber hair if I've ever seen Bieber hair.
Oh, Bieber hair. I thought you said beaver hair, and I'm like, yeah, he looks like he's gonna make a dam.
Oh,
Big fans from France.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome. We see a lot of foreigners coming to the GSL.
Yeah, man.
Really fast wall off from Keen there. Interesting. Thanks also to LG Intel and G-Skill for sponsoring the GSL. That probe is like, I know that ramp is around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. A lot of players are starting to do this, just kind of starting a supply depot and then not finishing it just to keep the probe from coming in.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I don't like walling off against Protoss, so just because it's so easy to lose those supply depots to Stalkers. So I don't know. I'm one of those Terran players that never ever walls off against Protoss.
Yeah, or
some people love it too.
Or it actually makes you pretty vulnerable if there's a Void Ray.
Yeah.
A Void Ray gateway attack early on.
That's very true. So 2 gas going down for Choya, so probably not going to be any sort of 4-gate this game.
Yep. Getting
a lot
his
of
core
players
down as well.
Yeah, a lot of players would expand off of that.
Now Choya, this is interesting. I found out he is, I think, the player with the longest span of time that he has been on GOM TV.
Really?
Because he actually played in the GOM TV Classic Season 1 in Brood War in 2008.
Really?
Yeah, lost in the first round, but he actually was on GOM TV back then as well.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah. Lately, hasn't been doing so well. Last season, he actually lost to Bonbon and the win and got put down to Code A in the up and down matches by none other than Mr. Huck.
Yep. Huck knocked him down. That was a pretty exciting match, if I remember right, too. It was very, very close, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Choya now down in Code A.
Yeah, he was also in Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, and last season, Season 5. So definitely the most GOM TV showings, I think.
Look at that, a forward pylon going down for Choya. And MVP Keen, just in the meantime, getting his command center up, getting a couple more barracks, no gas yet. Relying on a lot of Marines. And looks like Choya may be deciding to get a little bit aggressive instead, although, you know, he only has 1 gateway, is that right?
I believe so.
No, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he only has 1 gateway. That's very interesting that he put down that forward pylon then. I think, you know, some Protoss players do like to just put pylons randomly around on the map, just to kind of save them for a rainy day.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to make them for supply anyway, you might as well put them somewhere strategic. That's a good spot to spot a medevac later on. It's a good spot to warp in a zealot later on to check for an expansion or something like that.
Marines coming in right now for Keen. He's going to try to do a little bit of damage. Marines actually do pretty well against Stalkers in a large enough number. The Stalkers can out-micro them, quote-unquote, but with a Marine group that's bigger than, say, 5, 1 or 2 of them are always going to get some shots off, so they actually don't do too bad.
Yeah. Now, Keen, he actually has no idea that this expansion is down, and so it's kind of funny, there's 3 gateways, another couple gateways going down now, but
Keen,
he
saw the pylon, though.
And that might even make him more scared, actually. He's going to send his Marines back there to take care of the pylon. And, you know what, Tasteless, if you're watching, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but everyone knows about your hallway now, man. We might have to start calling it the Tasteless, formerly secret, but now commonly known of hallway.
It's out. 5 gates, so 6 gates, actually, for Choya.
Well, suddenly the bunkers at the front just became more warranted.
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, is that if he does go for a lot of sentries, he can, you know, force field off the bunkers, do a lot of damage that way. He's getting a Twilight Council, though.
Interesting.
So probably going Blink Stalkers, I would imagine. It's the most logical progression after this opening. And in the meantime, Keen getting his upgrades going, getting that engineering bay. I like getting that engineering bay upgrade or up early as well, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Put a turret up at the natural, watch for observers, get your bio upgrades going.
And this SCV might see everything. Uh-oh, Stalker. Whoa! Stalker's like, oh, take care of this. Probes are like, we got it. We got this.
Shoot lightning. And Marines. Maybe not the best engagement for Keen, but he does take out a Stalker. He will fall back.
Another bunker going up.
Yeah, and that's a good decision, too, because with that much pressure, 2 bunkers just isn't going to cut it. 3 bunkers is quite good, I would say. Oh, a Dark Shrine going up.
Ooh.
For Choya, though. This could be very dangerous for Keen. I don't believe he has any turrets up at all yet.
No, he's got the eBay, but at this point, he's actually not even using it to research anything.
Yeah.
Just kind of a emergency, just in case backup eBay, and hold that thought. A little bit of pressure going on here.
He's had to produce a lot of units to deal with this pressure from Choya, or at least the perceived pressure, so that's kept him from getting those upgrades and building some, you know, quote-unquote non-essential buildings like turrets and things like that. So,
yep. And we actually do see a turret in production right in the perfect spot. I believe that's going to have coverage of all 3 bunkers.
It should, and then it should also cover the ramp as well,
yep.
so Choya won't be able to sneak things past.
You might be able to come around the back and get a couple SCVs in the mineral line, but it won't be a very big deal. And the Dark Templar is probably going to do almost nothing. Yeah, he doesn't have any way of getting vision of the high ground to warp him out up there or anything.
Zealot charge going up for Choya as well. That is absolutely my favorite upgrade to get as a Protoss player. I love charge. Zealots are so good against everything, basically.
And level 1 ground armor as well. So definitely going to go bullish on the Zealots.
DT's coming in behind the mineral line. Getting a couple SCVs already.
Oh, is he going to sneak through? Oh! Barely does not get up that ramp. That would have been bad. The second DT is going to just harass a little bit. Probably going to scan, take that out. Second turret's going to complete before any more DTs get over there. So completely, I would say almost a useless Dark Shrine there. That's a lot of gas for those DTs in the Dark Shrine that he could have had in sentries. You know, that's like 6 more sentries.
Yeah, they didn't do a lot of damage. At the same time, it's supposed to kind of keep Keen from moving out because a lot of Terran players wouldn't want to use their scans, you know, for something like that. Keen, though, looks like he's going to move out anyway. He's not afraid or bashful at all about using his scans to find those DTs. A little bit risky not to have that Raven, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. He will see that 3rd expansion from Choya, and he's actually going to land his factory there. I think we might see a Hellion being produced, possibly.
It's a Manor factory.
That's right.
It's going to block probes.
Oh, the factory actually taking some damage. What? Factory driver. Lift off. He's falling asleep at the wheel.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. The factory going down a DT. Getting scanned and taken out in the middle of the map.
I would say that factory driver's fired if he wasn't dead.
Yeah, well, he is fired in a different way.
I suppose so.
Fired.
This is interesting.
The way you said it made it sound so interesting.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for it to go on the screen here.
Marine
running around. Just a single Marine dropping in is going to scout everything. Well, everything he already knows is there, actually.
Yep. Oh, here comes an attack from MVP Keen. Force fields preventing a lot of those Marines from going through, but not really breaking up the forces as well.
Yeah.
Even that Marauder surviving. And Keen, the army getting split up a little bit. There is a DT there. Are there any scans left? I don't think Keen has what it takes to take out this army. No, a lot of the bio being trapped by Choya. And Choya looking pretty good right now.
And the DT does go down. He has no more scans, so that's lucky. But he just may not have enough forces here. That Guardian Shield preventing a lot of damage from those Marines. Marauders coming in as well, but they are just not... Yeah, the Mortal just doing so much damage to the Marauders. And Choya has Keen on the run.
Yeah, the supplies definitely do favor actually Keen right now. He's about 20 supply ahead. 1 Marine going after that Nexus there. Looks like he might try to snipe it.
Uh-oh.
Is he going to get it? He's going for the Nexus. Nexus getting very low.
And he does get the Nexus.
Denying that 3rd base from Choya.
Nice. Oh, does he? No, doesn't get the 3rd medevac. That was actually a beautiful blink there. Blinked in there, got 2 medevacs. Very, very nice because Keen's already kind of low on production right now. He's well, actually he's ahead in army. Actually,
Keen's not doing too bad really. I mean, his macro is as such that he can afford to lose some of those units and still kind of keep up. Now, the reason for that is because Choi has been spending so much on these DTs that the rest of his army is quite a bit smaller.
That's a really good point. I thought after he lost that battle, I was going to look back and he was going to have low army, but you're right. He's been spending a lot on DTs. He actually killed a lot of stalkers, so he's doing a lot better than I expected.
Choi is looking pretty good right now, but Keen is looking a little bit better, especially after getting that gold base up and running. Choi is getting that Templar archives as well, so Keen's going to need to be a little bit more careful. He's got a Ghost Academy and a Ghost on the way. Another DT being sniped off at that Zelnaga tower. Choi trying to expand to his 3rd. Right now, at this point in the game, this is where those TVPs come down to really being about unit control in the big fights. You know, we saw a lot of that in a lot of the TVPs recently. Boxer versus Avenge hugely came down to who controlled their units better in those last fights. And I think a lot of Terran players, too, are kind of learning a little bit more about how to do that type of control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, sorry, I was a little distracted there. I apologize. I've been trying to keep a close eye on Keen's orbitals, and he is basically not dropping mules right now. He's saving up the scans, and he's able to scan for these DTs, but Choya is just basically fine with just throwing a DT at the army every once in a while, and he says, all right, well, here's 200 of my gas for 300 of your minerals. You know, and here comes another DT running in there. He actually just scanned the base below this, so he can't even scan for that DT right now. He has to rush in, trying to snipe the Nexus again, and a nice EMP goes off, forcing Choya back.
That Nexus is going to get taken out again. Oh no, he pulls back for just a moment. I think he's going to try to get it.
In for the kill.
What's the health on the Nexus? He wants to take it out, but he's not going to be able to do it. Choya managing to defend here. Managing to defend, that is.
Oh, a whiff of a storm. Not doing nearly enough damage. Going to snipe that Templar. And nice kiting by Keen. He's actually doing a really great job against the army of Choya.
Those DTs, though, doing a ton of damage to Keen. Looks like another... I did see another EMP go down, I believe, at the bottom of the screen. And I don't think Keen is going to be able to do it. He really needs to pull back at this point. He's almost got more medevacs than Marauders.
Yeah, DT on the high ground, picking off those ghosts so they can't do any more EMPs.
Yeah.
And those Immortals have not been EMP'd recently, so they are doing a ton of damage, forcing Keen back. And Keen, again, having to scan for these DTs.
Keen's still ahead in the supply count. I like his thinking, though, a medevac for every Marauder. that's very kind of him.
That's pretty much the case right now. He has 13 medevacs.
Whoa.
And, in fact, has
how many Marauders?
11 Marauders.
Oh, wow. So some of those Marauders are getting doubled up.
One of those Marauders is
look.
like a superstar.
What's that?
And has, oh my goodness, there's a nuke in production.
It's a nuke. Nukes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Exciting. Oh, wow. If you guys could have seen Moltrap's face right now, he looked like he just got the entire set of every Transformer ever made on Christmas morning.
We might see a nuke land on someone's army.
It's certainly possible. We'll find out. That nuclear missile is almost finished right now.
Oh,
some Templars out. I don't believe that Psystorm is finished yet, though. Although they can do it.
He doesn't have personal cloaking for the Ghost either, so he may just run around and actually there is... Nope, those are Marines. Oh! Medevac caught off guard.
One Marauder didn't make it. The Marines, though, should be able to clean up these Stalkers. Possibly, maybe not. Never mind.
And that was actually a really nice move by Choya. If you didn't notice at home, he actually targeted the Medevac down, because if you don't do that, as soon as the Marines start firing, the Stalkers redirect, the Medevac continues healing, and they're more effective. So targeting down that Medevac was actually intentional and a really good move by Choya, who's taking his 4th base now at the gold. There's cloaking being upgraded now.
Yep, so he does have a nuke. He has cloak. I think he wants to either save that nuke for the gold base or possibly the 3rd base if he can get to it again. I think what we're going to see him try to do is nuke from the gold area.